In 1945, Argentina, along with 50 other nations, decided to be part of an international organization that saves millions of lives a year. Argentina has been committed to basic principles established in the Foundational Charter and has held a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council on 9 occasions. The country has contributed over 40,000 members of its armed forces who have participated in more than 30 UN peacekeeping missions and has an agency responsible for designing and executing international humanitarian aid that was recognized by the UN General Assembly since it was created over 20 years ago. The White Helmets, with over 5,000 volunteers, provide assistance to multiple missions deployed in the most vulnerable parts of the world. Argentina is also a founding member and promoter of the Human Rights Council within the United Nations and later of the Treaty on Enforced and Involuntary Disappearances of Persons. The United Nations system has been present in Argentina since 1948. Over 15 agencies, funds and programs provide a collective and integrated response to the development priorities established by the national government and support the promotion and protection of human rights. Among the cooperation actions between the United Nations and Argentina, it's worth mentioning the agreement for the implementation of the Third Decent Work Country Program for the 2012-2015 term, signed by the Argentine government, union organizations, and the ILO office in order to articulate social and labor macroeconomic policies. The contribution to the implementation of National Food Security Plan, strengthening community kitchens. The expansion of the national vaccination program to eradicate polio, smallpox, and measles, and of medical coverage for the most vulnerable communities. The establishment of sexual diversity-friendly clinics and other facilities to treat HIV/AIDS. The support of training workshops on sexual and reproductive health education to over 50,000 teachers and 10,000 law officials in order to instruct them on sexual health matters. The advocacy for the adoption of legislation such as the National Education Law and the Law on Comprehensive Protection of the Rights of Girls, Boys and Adolescents. The assistance for the protection of political refugees during the military dictatorship and the implementation of the Refugees Law. The contribution to the environmental preservation throughout the country. The aid and support to the victims of human trafficking. The promotion and encouragement of gender equality in all sectors, public, private, and civil, and the cooperation on different programs designed to preserve and improve human rights among vulnerable populations. The UN system in Argentina is working closely with the Federal Social Policy Coordination Council on a process of advocacy and adaptation of the new 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development among key stakeholders. The UN is assisting the process of national adaptation through the development of specific goals, policies and programs adapted to provincial and municipal levels. Moreover, the UN system, along with national and subnational governments, implements projects and programs to support the acceleration of achieving priority results, such as zero hunger and poverty, and through the Interagency Communications Group, implements a joint communication strategy for the dissemination and promotion of SDGs. In this way, the United Nations in Argentina is shepherding a process that will enable the country to meet its commitments to the 2030 Agenda and develop a sustainable and equitable future for all Argentinians.